Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, April 17th, 2023. Excuse me, at 11:35, now 11:36 a.m. in the morning. Excuse me. So, I would have done another longer, normal size video last night, but my body and my mind tricked me into thinking that I was so sleepy and so tired and everything. So, so I mean, so like I got a lot on my mind, a lot to say. So I didn't get enough sleep last night. One thing I wanted to say was I don't think I was finished with telling the dream about the night before last. I don't know how I got mentally sidetracked. So the night before last, well, it was earlier in the morning, not at night. But y'all get what I'm saying. But when I had the weird dream, I think it was the gang stalking dream manipulation. I guess they wanted to psychologically, mentally, and emotionally haunt me in my dreams about hotels and what happened, at the pool at UWF campus. So, I mean, bear with me, y'all, because I'm sleep deprived still and trying to get my thoughts together and fighting out unwanted intrusive thoughts. So, excuse me. So, now, dealing with my homeless situation, I'm not gonna say I never got to stay in expensive fancy hotels, and I never strove to. But when I was during the time in 2021, when I was banned from seemingly what felt like every hotel and restaurant in Pensacola, especially the cheaper ones. So I told y'all that if the online perps falsely, they brag about, getting me, they brag about calling up the places and getting me banned. And then they gaslight and lie and say that the restaurant owners found out the videos on their own. But as I said, and I'm going to say it again, Starbricker and Stefan Adams, they have that fake blog called tiwatch.org. It started from Stefan Adams harassing and stalking Brian too. As I said, what you gonna stalk another man for? Whether you're married or single, what the fuck you stalking another man for? And what the fuck you stalking another woman for? If you're married to a man, why the fuck are you stalking and harassing a single, homeless, disabled woman that has never even set foot in the same city and state that you live in? So I told y'all that they brag about their cyber crimes on that tiwatch.org website. And then they stalk, follow, and harass you and do everything. And then they continue to harass you. And then when you speak out and expose what they're doing to you, they be like, oh, she sure can't keep her name. She sure can't keep our name out of her mouth. Candy must be obsessed with us. I mean, it's the other way around. So, so yeah, they brag about all their cyber crimes, and you know they want to meddle in your business and gossip about all your videos, use your videos without your permission and everything. So they use your videos without your permission, and then theirs never get taken down. Just like, now what's funny is, as I said, y'all gonna sit here and try to silence me or whatever. I'm gonna continue speaking out. So as I said, that tranny waited until he found out I was about to get my monetization money from my YouTube video, and then swooped in and he swiped in and wrongfully got, and he teamed up with a whole bunch of other perps to get my video wrongfully taken down. But they had that perp behind the name Fake T.I. perp, and you know what? I thought it was that J.E. perp behind that account, but it could be the fake Darnell Williams perp behind that account. There's a video account called Fake T.I. perp, and it has the New Orleans fleur-de-lis symbol. Like if you Google search, if you YouTube search Candy Grand Prix, and if you scroll down enough, that perp has, I'm not the only T.I. that he mocks. So, I don't know if it's that fake Darnell Williams perp or who that is, but that account has been up since at least August or September 2021. So he has videos of the altercation of the video that got wrongfully taken down. The videos making me look crazy, that's the exact same content. But they not going to get that. The tranny not going to go find those videos and get them taken down. But he only just want to attack and hurt my account. So, YouTube erased, on my end. But I was able to download those videos for my documentation, that video for my documentation. Because I know what happened. I remember what happened. And, when y'all pick fights with me and then I'm not allowed to expose y'all. And then I'm not allowed to expose y'all. But then it's like when you call them out to their face when they started with you first. And then now all of a sudden they're the victim of, abusive behavior, harassment, bullying. When it's y'all doing it to us, targets. So, as I said, the tranny is not going to go and find those, he's not going to go and get those videos from that perp making me look foolish. He's not going to get those videos taken down. But I'm like, all these harassment, slander, and bullying videos and comments and everything about me. And yes, I've reported them on YouTube. And guess what? They all stay up. None of them have gotten taken down. None of them. None of them. Like for multiple perps slandering me. And so they had this person named Lovely Lady 2. Who, she was one of the perps that snuck behind my back and betrayed. She used to give supportive comments all the time, but I never did her anything. And she was one of the perps that lied and said she's targeted and was giving fake supportive comments, and then betrayed and started defending and agreeing with my twin sister for nothing. Another one who did that was somebody named I can't remember the last name, but Brittany. Somebody named Brittany that looked like another transgender. But Brittany was supposed to be targeted, but Brittany was one of those people who never. That's why I say a lot. That's why I'm hated in the TI community, because the majority of TIs have flipped and became perps. And as I said, that guy got murdered for exposing that the agenda is to get the TI to turn into a perp. But he didn't say the spiritual aspect is to get you to lose your soul. Well, I guess he did, because he did mention about selling your soul. But you know, he didn't speak about it like from a that Charles Langenberg. He didn't speak out about it from like a Christian aspect, you know. But I mean, I'm not sure if he was a Christian, but he got murdered for exposing how they get TIs to turn to perps. So back to the dream that I had, you know. So like when I did stay in the more expensive hotels, I'm not talking about cheaper hotels that they boosted the prices way up just because we all got the stimulus check. I'm talking about like a couple of the hotels downtown when I was working at Seville Quarter, and they would have a hurricane threat and all the hotels would be booked, all the cheaper ones especially. So, you know, I would have no choice but to get like a $150 or $200 hotel for the night, a night or two. But, you know, but other than that, I never really strive to eat fancy. Well, I don't. I'm not going to say I never, but I treat myself occasionally when, you know, maybe one time, like say, like I got shunned, like if my tax refund check last year was a nice hunk of money, and I got shunned for spending only $30 treating myself. I mean, it was under $30 that I spent treating myself out of hundreds of dollars that I got. And, you know, the online person, you know, you're not allowed to, they make like as if I'm committing some crime, you know, for treating myself with my own work money or my own tax refund money. They're like, oh yeah, Candy got caught scamming. No, that's my own money what the fuck y'all talking about? Candy got caught. You see, Candy got caught. Excuse me. Like as if I'm doing something wrong, you know. But the fact that, I never even, you know what? I think I never in my life ate a filet mignon. I don't recall ever eating a filet mignon. You know, and I'm not even too big or crazy about steak. You know, I like roast beef. I like ground beef. And, you know, living in Los Angeles, that was all I was able to afford was like beef. Was it beef shank? Yeah, that 99-cent a pound beef shank in Los Angeles. I barely could even afford ground beef. And, you know, chicken and pork was like readily available, but it was hard to get beef or seafood. So, I mean, I went so many years of having like no steak. And then the one time I get a $9.99 steak dinner, in which you can get a chicken dinner for that same price, the popular fakes in the TI community was fake spazzing out and everything. So I had this weird dream a couple of nights ago that I was staying in a nice, expensive, fancy hotel for some odd reason. And then I think I had roommates staying with me in the hotel room. And then these dirty, homeless white men came and burglarized the hotel room. And then, you know how like when you hear about stories about you know, they burglarized and stole stuff, and also they were living up in there like how squatters do in people's residences when you go on vacation, and then they have the homeless squatters or whatever, and then they refuse to leave and claim it's theirs, you know. So the dream was something like that. And then I was walking around the hotel in a dream, and they had lots of different swimming pools galore. You know, like they mentally playing with me. You know, and I don't even remember. I meant to mention that in in my one of my videos yesterday. Later, was it yesterday morning? So yeah, so it's like even when you try to hide, it's like in real life, the gang stalkers, they try to, like Star Bricker made comments talking about, yeah, Candy was eating that Cracker Barrel, and oh, there are plenty of dishes where she could have eaten. She had plenty of dishes where she could have eaten salads and she could have eaten this and eaten that, and oh, she chose to eat all the country food and the high calorie, high fat, this, that, whatever, and like, come on, it ain't even your business. You know, and it's not about somebody choosing to eat country food or whatever. Y'all want to talk about Candy spend her money on this and that, but, you know, if I try to spend something cheaper like the beans and greens, or like, you know, that's the cheapest dinner to get. And those weren't even lima beans. Those were pinto beans. You know, pinto beans, and I think it's turnip greens or something. And then you put the chow sauce in it, and I have the beans. The greens have a little bit of like meat in it. Like I forgot what kind of meat is it? Pickle meat or whatever. Pork pickle meat or something. So you know, I try to eat cheaper on the menu, and you know, if I eat just a salad, I still be hungry, especially with lettuce and all that. But if it was spinach, it would be denser with more nutrition, you know, and I really don't like tomatoes in my salad and stuff. So, I mean, they want to sit there and try to attempt to control what you eat. They gossip about everything you do. And, like, why are y'all sitting there wasting y'all lives? You know, so, when I thought the online, like, so they had this perp called Devo. And I think that's J. Demon Rotten Shit's one of her other accounts. Or it might have been somebody connected with her. And it's like, if you're saying all this bad stuff about me, why would you willfully press the subscribe button on my channel? And then keep unsubscribing and resubscribing, as in, like, boom, 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 let me in. No, I blocked you, and I'm never going to unblock you. Like, as if they keep on unsubscribing and resubscribing as the way to demand that I let you in. So, I mean, a lot of the times they have all these harsh comments to say about me online because they're mad that they're blocked, so they want to find the harshest, you know. And what people say, if you're mad because you're blocked and it's a bruised ego, but hey, if you wouldn't have came with the insults at first and I never did you anything, you know. And it's like, how is it you're bullying and harassing and stalking somebody and then talk about what a mature person would have done was this, or you sitting there calling me childish and immature, but yet you're bullying like a 5th grader and stalking people and meddling in people's business. They're lying, J. Demon Rotten Shit and all them, they lie on me and say that, well, Candy Candy has so many items of no value in her storage unit. She's wasting money on her storage unit. Or they'll say that Candy has nothing but moldy items in her storage unit. Or Candy is hoarding nothing but food and money in her storage unit. I'll be surprised if I have 1 penny somewhere in my storage unit. You know, so, you know, as I said, they're looking, stalking, and even in person, I'm like, are they stalking everything you do? Because I heard about, like, Alex Jones, even though I don't listen to him, because he's, you know, people say Alex Jones is a shill, which is a popular fake truther that play both sides. So, I mean, if Alex Jones was telling the truth, he would have been taken out and murdered a long time ago. Or he would have been hospitalized or in grave trouble, like in deep trouble, long time ago. But nah, Alex is still making millions. So Alex Jones, he mentioned it was one of Alex Jones' talks years ago. That I think it was back in 2017. I saw the video where him and a few other people on his show were talking about how if you get arrested for like a so-called, or they're stalking and watching everything you do, and they want to have like pre-crime punishment because they predict or think that you're about to go commit a crime or do something. But they feel threatened by your righteousness, though. As I said, you can quote 2 Peter 3:9 of the King James Version of the Holy Bible, and then on Twitter or something, or Facebook, that would get struck down for abusive behavior, and you can't even, it gets struck down for abusive behavior, and you can't even, post for like a whole week or something. Like, this is outrageous. So I'm trying to not let YouTube and TikTok and all them make me feel guilty for standing up for what's right and speaking the truth. You get what I'm saying? So and I thought that Blogspot or Blogger, I was invincible for a year and a half, and like, how are they able to fraudulently and illegally get my post strike down? So you're not even allowed to expose or speak against the New World Order agendas. And you know what? So the dream that I had, that I woke up from this morning or last night, I know I had some dreams, but I forgot what they were. Like, I had that, like, it slipped my mind, or I forgot totally what the dreams were about. So, how is you okay? How come it's okay for you to discriminate against me for being homeless? And, you expect a poor homeless person to tip you for when you weren't even my server. And, he just randomly started picking on me and harassing me and turned on me like a vicious dog. So it seemed like, and I didn't even realize that August 22nd, 2022, what their new age or occultic numerology, that was a satanic ritual high day. I didn't even realize it. That's why that happened. And then it was right before me and my twin sister's birthday. We turned 39. So I'm like, that's why he selected that day to do what he did. I wish I could turn back the hands of time, and I wish I would have even gone back there that day. I really was in that whole small little cafe full of nothing but satanic snakes. So, y'all gonna sit there and bully me and make me learn my lesson for exposing the truth about y'all. When I called you gang stalker to your face, y'all sit there and smirk and laugh and say you're crazy. Like, y'all know the program. Y'all know what's up. And so any truth you speak, they will try to get you taken down. And then you want to sit there and narcissistically talk about my dining room. Like, you delusionally believe you're the manager and you're not. Like, you don't own that place. You can get fired. But that old man with the red Mazda, he had one LED headlight, you know, and he was a perp. I mean, so the nice girl, you know, as I said, they were, you know, even the tranny had gave me something free a time or two at first. But, you know, so it's like y'all were nice to me or whatever at first. And you can't say always, because I only went there like 3 or 4 times, probably 5. But, you know, I was able to go there and charge my phone and eat and everything. And as I said, you know, how much would you expect for me to tip for a sandwich that's not even $10? And it wasn't just a sandwich. It was a sandwich, chips, and drink or whatever else. You know, so, as I said, one time they gave me a whole free meal. And then all of a sudden you just, you know, I mean, I've had perps, excuse me, at other restaurants, basically, that give me horrible, shitty service and then demand a tip or narcissistically take it upon themselves and steal a tip in front of my face. And then look at me like I'm crazy when I ask for all my exact change back. Motherfucker, you gave me a half a bowl of grits and gave me undercooked hamburger and shit. Give me back all my fucking change. And matter of fact, my shit should be free. But that's what they do. The gang stalkers give targeted individuals poor customers, deliberate and intentional poor customer service almost all the time, and then retarded, narcissistically, and fake self-righteously have their hand out demanding a tip. Who's the one who's entitled here? So, I mean, all these people want to talk about, you could have did this, or you could have did this, or you should have did this, and you're sitting there trying to think that you could, I mean, you an online stranger who I don't know your name or face, and you're sitting there trying to make decisions for my life. What should have done? Oh, well, $1,000. Candy could have put a down payment on a No, I couldn't, because they want 3.5 times the rent. They don't even have $300 apartments anymore anywhere, really. And even with my Section 8 place that I got, when you renting from Section 8, they want 3.5 times the rent amount of what the price would be if you paid regular price. So the deposit, if the deposit is $1,260, they want you can't move in until you have that $1,260. And then afterwards, then you can move in and then pay that like $140 a month or something like that. But it's like where you get the money from to get, you know, the deposit to move in there, you know. So, you know, all these online perps gossiping and lying on me and slandering me and stuff like that. You know, I apologize that the previous video, that was my first time trying to screen record. So, it was my first time trying to screen record. And I don't know how, I've seen other people screen record stuff and their voices on there. So I don't know what mistake I made or what I did wrong. So, so I mean, some people say even though they shut you down, don't feel bad and continue spreading your truth on multiple platforms. But I'm not getting back on Facebook, and Instagram. Shit stained gram. I'm not getting back on those anymore. And TikTok tried to piss me off today too, because I try to post up some videos and they falsely strike one of my videos for bullying, harassment, and abusive behavior of a protected people. Why aren't homeless people, Christians, people with disabilities, and children considered protected, but a 25-year-old gay man is considered, come on, man. Or if you choose to, you willfully make that choice to want to be tranny. But I mean, homeless people aren't protected. Christians aren't protected. Women, disabled people, elderly, children, pregnant women are not protected. Victims of human as whatever trafficking of all ages are not a protected people. And targeted individuals and MK Ultra victims are not considered protected. Yeah, y'all part. I mean, so whoever's satanic whoever's worshiping the New World Order is the fucking protected group of people. But as I said, y'all ain't gonna shut me up. The only way to shut me up is to murder me. So I got my confidence boosted, and I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep spreading the truth, and I'm gonna keep exposing what y'all doing. Y'all can smear and lie all day, but I can't get the truth out. Y'all ain't gonna fucking bully me. Try to get people taken down. And you do it in groups. You don't even do it by yourself. Because you can't do it by yourself. You need a whole gang, cult gang, fake army to take one strong person down. But guess what? I'm still here, motherfuckers. I'm still here. You didn't succeed at taking my life out. So, as I said, I forgot what dream I had, last night, but I could not get much sleep at all. The past 3 or 4 nights, I couldn't really sleep that well for some reason. So for a brief moment, earlier this past week, I was able to sleep great for a few days. And then all of a sudden, my sleep just started to decline. So the online perps, they falsely accuse me. They try to make like that. I always eat out high calorie, high fat foods all the time and stuff. But and they said she had plenty of excuse to eat that salad. And she just chooses the burger or whatever. Well, the burger would be much cheaper than the salad. If y'all want to falsely accuse me of, spending too much money on this and that. And McDonald's ain't even cheap no more. Dairy Queen ain't even fucking cheap. If it takes you $15 to get full from a meal from Dairy Queen. So, they're building a Family Dollar / Dollar Tree. I don't know when it will be built, but they're in the process. Of it's like the outer foundation is already built, but I guess they're trying to work on some stuff on the inside. But so that'll be good, but they still won't have my fucking coconut oil, so I have to go out into the big city and get me, my coconut oil. So so the perps want to talk about Candy eats high calorie junk food or whatever, but then they'll say, oh, she wastes money on these useless supplements and stuff. It's like, I can't win for losing. And it's like, y'all don't get to dictate what I eat. Or y'all don't get to dictate my life, but y'all going to hell. Y'all going to hell. For sure, y'all going to hell. So, I mean, at least I have a chance of God's forgiveness. I have a chance of God's forgiveness. And you know what? Y'all do too. Y'all do too. But y'all don't want to repent because y'all think everything y'all do is right. Now, y'all can condemn me and say, well, Candy's doing this, Candy's doing that, Candy's doing that. But then when I say, well, y'all gang stalking activities, y'all going to hell. And then they be like, oh, Candy thinks she got the authority to damn people to hell. Well, y'all think y'all got the authority to try to control everything I do. Now, if y'all condemn me for eating at Cracker Barrel, but you'll expect me to go eat at Dairy Queen. Starbricker, you not living off of tuna and lettuce, so why you think I should eat nothing but tuna and lettuce for the rest of my life? You eat whatever the fuck you want, and all y'all eat whatever the fuck y'all want. And so that fake sunshine perp made up a lie and said that, oh, well, Candy blocked me because I went on her page and told her that, you know, something about, you know, a lot of Christians can't afford to give you money or whatever. And I'm like, you never came on my page and said nothing. All your dirty talk has been off of my, except, you know, he came on this channel to come and harass me too. So what good biblical Christian would be stalking, following, and harassing somebody? Meddling in people's business. I'm going to say it again, being a busybody in other men's matters. So, fuck the rules of this world, because, like, the rules and laws, like, our government and our society is like a depraved, reprobate-minded people making laws and rules. So whatever happened to that Bible scripture that we ought to obey God rather than men? I try. You know, I try as best as I could, but it's like they want people to be like man-fearing. You know, try to instill fear. And man trying to play God. But anyway, so I mean, it's like, and then I saw more lies that my twin sister made up about me. Like, she lied on me and said that I always shunned her about being raped and stuff, when it's actually she did it to me. Well, she would victim blame me. It was the biological brother Wyatt who laughed and said she made a career out of screaming rape. I never said that. So, but she admitted to me that she lied about being raped in the military, and that's how she's set for life. And then I'm like, Brandy, why would you do that? Oh, well, the military. And so now she want to pretend like she's the fucking forever victim. So, the fact that the online perps are falsely accusing me of being a pity prostitute, they're falsely accusing me of being a pity prostitute, that lets you know that they're part of the sex trafficking. Including that fake sunshine perp that's an abusive, narcissistic, fake hypocrite. Starbricker, she lied and said that she's not Mormon, but I have screenshots and caught her lying and saying that she is part of the Mormon church. So she's the one who switches up her story and lies so damn much. So, yeah, she is part of the fake Mormon cult. But, you know, I heard that Mormons, Scientologists, I got video footage of the fake Jehovah's Witness cult members perping me on my own, and they always fuck with me on my own damn birthday. Even when I was in Los Angeles, the day I turned 30, there was a Asian Jehovah's Witness perp lady in Los Angeles that ruined my fucking day. You know, so the fake Jehovah's Witnesses perps, you know, they were perping me on me and my twin sister's birthday. It was black people. And they perp every fucking day. And I've even dealt with fake Christian street preachers who are perps too. You know, and it seemed like fake Christian narcissists They want people to suffer harder than what they want to make people suffer harder than what they're already going through. You know, so I mean, they come and get an opening to harass wherever they want, wherever they can, and they be trying to be so self-righteous, trying to talk about you and your childish and your inappropriate behavior. Well, you ain't no better. You freaking stalking and following me. You're stalking and following me and harassing me and bullying me, and then you want to talk about my childish behavior and now I need to grow up? Y'all got it backwards. Y'all got it backwards. Y'all, I'm going to say it again. Y'all all deserve to go fry in hell. So, I mean, they're still gossiping, slandering, making fake videos, making fake comments, mocking and making fun, and all their videos get to stay. No matter how many times I report it, YouTube YouTube and TikTok, they're part of the gang stalking too. They know what's going on. And so yesterday the online gang stalkers were manipulating the shit out of my thumbs up and thumbs down and all that. And I mean, I saw my thumbs up and thumbs down being manipulated yesterday. But then, I woke up this morning with a few harassing comments from like at least 3 people. And now the new trend is the perps will lie and say, well, I sent you $55 and I got no notification. I'm like, you playing psych games? That's immature. Now y'all calling me immature and say I need to grow up. Like they had this perp called Mr. Benis. Benis. You sexually perverted. Talking about Mr. Benis. And he's said harassing stuff about me before. Or came on my channel and said some fucked up shit. And so then, then guess what? They stalk, follow, and harass. And then they want to be self-righteous about me cussing like a sailor. Y'all fucking triggered and provoked me. So Mr. Benis came on my channel and lied and said that, I sent you $100. Well, I caught you other people's fake videos about me, and you said, yeah, I'll never send that crazy bitch any money or whatever. They'll lie and say that they never that they'll never send me anything. So they just sitting there harassing and playing childish games. And the foster mom herself used to play psych games and abuse. And she was a fucking perp. And she was the one who put me in the gang stalking program. Or if she didn't do it, then she must have had connections with other people who could do it. But no way in hell should I have to be fucking targeted before adulthood. That's not fair. For somebody to be targeted before they can even reach high school. And if the foster mom was abusive with an explosive temper and then bullying, harassing, and lecturing me about your behavior, bitch, what about your behavior? What about your behavior? And so, all these people who trying to control you, yet they don't care nothing about you. And then they don't know the reality of what you're struggling with. And when you tell them they act like they don't believe you, and that, like, no way in hell you're gonna, say Candy lies so much. But then I wouldn't waste my time stalking and watching a liar. But yeah, I mean, y'all not doing this shit for free. Y'all getting paid big money, and y'all know it. But it's like, as I said, gang stalking is a side hustle, a nefarious side hustle. And the fake TI perps, y'all need y'all asses whipped. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Cause y'all couldn't fucking cope. Y'all couldn't cope. So y'all sold out. And I think that Lovely Lady 2 person, she was never targeted. She was never targeted, but pretending to be targeted. Lying and saying she a targeted individual. No videos. But guess what, motherfuckers? Somebody really did donate. Come later on, it was a different person. Came and donated me $50 today. And it ain't none of y'all fucking business what I use it on either. Hell, that could be put towards, money for rent. I mean, towards the rent next month to stay here longer. But, it's like, it's insane that out of all the crimes and all the bad stuff that people do every day, y'all sitting here focusing on the petty stuff and making it like Candy's the worst person I know. But I'm in disbelief about, the fake T.I. perps playing both sides. And then they want to cry up like Ronald Soriano. You want to cry and complain about how you can't handle the perps or you hate when perps do this. And then you turn around and do the same thing to me. And that fake T.I. perp gang stalking simulation got almost 4,000 subscribers. Monetized videos, begging for money, and then you hypocritically shun me, and I never did you anything. I mean, all this harassment for former TI that became perps, all this harassment unprovoked. And then, the fake TI perps, they be like, oh, you don't want to smoke with me. But it's like, y'all would rather believe lies and slander and, defamation and all that, and libel and all that. But then when somebody come with the truth, you make threats to sue. Oh, I'm going to sue you for libel, slander, defamation, and I'm going to file a cease and desist letter. I'm going to take legal action against you. Oh, yeah, I saw those videos you did about me, or I saw that blog post. And so, it's like y'all fucking obsessed with me and y'all reverse it on me and lie and say I'm obsessed with y'all. But I mean, I would not keep up with, if I don't like somebody, I have an aversion, you stay away. You don't freaking attach yourself, and force yourself into the life of somebody, That's why some people say that your biggest haters are your number one admirers, secret admirers. It's 12:24 p.m. And even though I've been up since before 8:30, I think I got up. I was up laying around here in this bed for a little while, and then I after about it seemed like 15 or 20 minutes, I went into the other room and get my phone, and my phone said 8:25. So I didn't eat or drink anything yet today. But last night I had to throw all that bread away because I told y'all what happened. But I thought it would taste nasty, but it was flour tortilla and refried black beans and this ranch flavored tuna that came in a pouch. I had that for dinner, And I was surprised that it wasn't nasty. It was, I guess it tasted good, So I guess today I'll have the tuna and black bean taco, the ranch tuna and black bean taco, I guess, and I'll have some oatmeal, and for dinner I guess I'll have the last of that little bit of small amount of that pasta, the shrimp pasta. So yeah, as I said, Saturday I got 2 job rejections from 2 caregiver jobs. And you know, like people want to wrongfully judge and condemn you for your suffering. You're already suffering hard enough with this targeting, and then get judged on top of judged. And it's like weird because it's not only just sinners. Sin is one thing, but you flat out dedicated and devoted to being wicked. You're dedicated and devoted to being just wicked. You think that you can judge and condemn and punish, the righteous or the innocent. And they're sitting there hunting for something to falsely accuse you of. So, I mean, and even fake TI perps, they know how these weapons, how the directed energy weapons work, but they'll try to discredit and lie on you and mock and make fun of you. And then they'll lie and say that you're nasty, that you choose to lay in bed and not take baths, that you're lazy and that you don't like to take baths. And they'll lie and say that you willfully choose to be disgusting and piss and shit yourself when it's actually directed energy weapons and remote neural monitoring and stuff that cause you, because I was having that random out of just nowhere explosive forced diarrhea. And I haven't had the forced diarrhea in a while, but I get the forced urination. And they work so hard to discredit the truth all day long, and they're angry at the truth, and they're angry at the truth tellers. So why you've been stalking me for 3 years, but you say that nobody has time to read your ridiculous short stories? Well, why you keep reading them? You keep reading. You read and stalk everything. You stalk and read everything. You watch everything I do. I'm 40, I'm sorry, not 40 yet. 39, almost 40 years old. I don't need babysitters. I don't need chaperones. I don't need monitors or none of that. I don't need nobody trying to control my every move and stopping me from living my life because y'all miserable. And then I heard y'all gang stalkers have handlers to make sure that's like when you have a job working as a janitor, and then if they had the supervisor to come right behind you to make sure you did everything, make sure you did all your work and everything. So I heard the gang stalkers are being constantly watched too. And y'all like some Illuminati, New World Order satanic Illuminati puppets. Y'all claim y'all go to church every Sunday, believe in God, worship God, but you're participating in this and then trying to give all these XYZ reasons why you want to falsely smear campaign Candy Grand Prix as the most vile sinner that ever walked the face of this earth. And then they're mad because they can't control, change, or fix me, so they feel like that Candy's just a throwaway, she's just a lost cause. She's irredeemable. She's unable to be rehabilitated. But if I went to jail today or tomorrow, the fact that y'all calling me crazy or whatever, y'all wouldn't even say that that I'm not guilty by reason of insanity. But you keep calling me crazy. But yeah, the courts is not going to say Candy Grand Prix is not guilty by reason of insanity. But y'all will sit there and make me stand trial and hold me accountable. But it's like they harass, stalk, follow, and then they all in this sick, fake game of scientific behavioral modification, psychology, MK Ultra, CIA, satanic ritual abuse experimentation. And at the core, y'all can serve whatever false god y'all want. Y'all still worshiping the devil. Even if you worship yourself and claim to be agnostic or atheist or whatever, y'all still some devil worship. Whoever's dedicated to this gang stalking cult, Satan is your master. And that's exactly who y'all follow to a T, militantly. Y'all the ones that's sucking Satan's dick and letting Satan fuck y'all in the ass. I mean, y'all sit there and, let the devil fuck you in the ass for a grain of rice. How fucking dare y'all? I mean, y'all sit there and sold y'all soul to the devil for a grain of rice, though. Or a pebble of grits. So, yeah. I mean, the stuff they're doing behind my back and behind closed doors, it has never ceased. But my twin sister's lies, as my twin sister manipulated and, got the TI community to believe her lies. She bewitched the TI community. And I'm like, it's like TI should not be acting like perps. But, that's how you know a perp, when they act like one. Even if you want to pretend it's like you're still being targeted. But they said that they sell out to lessen their targeting. But I really ain't got much of nothing. So, sitting there trying to ruin people's lives when you already, like, it's like the moment that a homeless person gets something good one time. Like, how come y'all can eat whatever steak dinners y'all want every day if you want to. But the one time a homeless person get the cheapest cut of meat, y'all freaking outraged. Like, oh, you're not supposed to have that. Even if that homeless poor person worked for that shit on their own. So, the online gang stalkers, when I was working with the people in person, even if they were perps, they knew what I was doing. And, if they said Candy had those bathrooms looking and smelling beautiful. Even the teachers were freaking complimenting me on how great I had the bathrooms clean. So the online perps were lying and said that, well, all Candy does is sit in the office and do videos all day. Or Candy never cleans up anything. Well, I would have been fired the first day. Other co-workers, like Miss Brenda, she was old as fuck. but she even sold out. I guess it was easier to manipulate her because they took advantage of her being old. And she already, I didn't know that they said she had 2 aneurysms. Now, was it from the fake, the toxic juice? Did that cause the 2 aneurysms? But I don't know. But they even got her to perp. And it's like, it's unbelievable. Is Candy Grand Prix that important that you lose your soul behind me? That if somebody tap you on the shoulder and get you to perp me and you lose your soul, you sell your soul behind me. I ain't freaking important. So as I said, TikTok is the only fucking platform where people are being real and outspoken against their targeting. Everybody on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever other place, it's like everybody on that fake shit. Everybody's wanting to be like, shut up and ignore. They still got some fakes be trying to do that on TikTok, but TikTok is the only place popping right now, really, where it's like 2019 version of YouTube where people are physically exposing what they're going through with the gang stalking. And some of them are not just sitting behind a desk. Some of them are, putting footage out there and showing that evidence of what they're going through. And some of them they be trying to write to Congress but I'm not doing all that because why write to Congress and they're in on it? Oh, Targeted Justice has this lawsuit. Why don't you go participate in it? Why? And I mean, I'm not even following the popular fakes. Oh, all of a sudden Targeted Justice cares about us? When they've been oppressing us for I don't know how long. I heard stories about Derek Robinson and Millicent Black from from the PACs or Freedom from Covert Harassment and all that controlled opposition. Where can I go to file my own fucking lawsuit at by myself? And it seems like the targeted individuals need to clean house. And people want to say, oh, just go sue the government. Don't worry about the people at the bottom. Now, how about we sweep these motherfuckers out from top to bottom? From the highest level of government to your next door neighbor. And the fake TI perps playing both sides. Y'all need to be y'all need to suffer the same punishment as the higher ups. But as I say, it's like if it's a one-on-one thing and a lone stalker, one person stalking you, then you're not gonna get called crazy, and that stalker would get put behind bars. But because it's multiple people doing it, then you're the weirdo. They want to falsely say that you're the weirdo. So, whoever come up with the false idea to lie and say that Candy's a pity prostitute. I think it was the Edible Landscapes perp that was the first one to say that. trying to say all she does is lay on her back in the hotel room begging all day. And if I did, that ain't your business. But the fact that they want to make the analogy of something sexually perverted, falsely accusing me of being a pity prostitute. That's the gang stalker smear campaign right there. And people with narcissistic personalities to say something like that. When y'all strip and rob me from everything and leave me just fucking suffering. Every time I try to make it on my own, y'all strip it away. And then they try to make it like, well, Candy waited till the winter to purposely move all the way up to Cincinnati, Ohio, where it's cold, just for an excuse to beg for more hotel donations, which is not the case. They kicked me out of fucking Pensacola and forced me to have to go somewhere further north. But I'm back down south, you bitches. Even though I don't like Texas, but I'm back down south. And I got a roof over my head now that only a sex trafficker would try to locate where you're staying at. Y'all fucking disgusting and vile. So no, I told y'all that the perps ran me out of Pensacola, and they'd been wanting me out of the whole state of Florida altogether, and been trying to move me around and traffic me to cities and states where I don't want to live in. So so it's like with their job with the cell phone company last week, the gang stalkers must have slandered me before I got there, because I didn't even say where I was going, but I said, well, hey, I have a job interview. And once I left the DMV, the perps were already pulling out of the parking lot. As soon as they saw me coming, before I even walked towards there, they were already pulling out of the exact same place. They were already pulling out of the exact same spot of the company that I was about to go get an interview for. And I could tell that girl, she looked like she was young enough to be my daughter. And, it looked like as if she already had her mind made up to not hire me. What did they say? No experience necessary? But it's a big fight to, battle depression. And then, try to pick yourself up to go to a job interview. And then suffering sleep deprivation and feeling physically weak on top of that. But one thing I didn't know, that the devil's servants can play self-righteous. So I wrote a short story yesterday. And so that's all I can think of to talk about right now. That I thought that I had a whole lot more to say, but I'll come back on here later.